Hi, Craig.
Hello, Craig.
What if he said hello back?
Then we kill it with fire.
Yeah, I've seen The Matrix, man. I've seen Terminator.
I've seen iRobot.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen any movie that includes sentient artificial life.
Yeah.
I've seen Bastion.
I've seen Chappie.
I've
Did you just say you've seen Bastion? That took me a sec. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay,
Did
look,
he
he's
stutter?
just an unkillable murder machine, okay?
Hey guys, I have a
Mhm.
question. Is it weird if this guy goes from black to green?
Yeah.
Who?
What?
I wouldn't say it's weird, but it is concerning.
Like a... Sorry, what? The sky? Or this guy?
This guy. It's a sign of a tornado.
Sky, right?
Yes, the sky.
Okay.
Yes, the thing up in the air, way very, very high.
I thought we were talking
Yeah.
about a It Lives sort of thing.
No, this guy just went from
No, we're
black
talking
to
about
green.
the myth. Talking about the myth sort of thing.
Gotta love the classic Stephen King.
It's a great ending to a book. It's horrifically depressing.
The movie did a much better ending, IMO.
I like the dark, depressing ending. Actually,
Yeah,
it's less depressing.
Yeah, the books is less depressing. The movie's the one where it goes, hey, you know he just killed his whole family? Yeah, turns out he didn't need to do that.
Yeah, I
All he had
also
to do
like the
was wait.
ambiguity. The book is much more ambiguous about where it came from.
Yeah. No, Stephen King actually commented on that, though, and was like, yeah, damn, that's a really good ending. I wish I'd thought of that.
Well,
Yeah.
are you
Cocaine.
boys
He
ready
wasn't
to
high
get
enough.
started?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay,
Pulling up my character sheet now.
cool. At current time, it is late night, day 42 of 1379. Last game, you guys killed the Aboleth that had been haunting Aether Engine Room 1 aboard the Wandering Albatross. After the battle, you realized that the lesser monsters the Aboleth controlled were the other surviving crew members of the ship, the Aboleth artificially extending their lives as it took over and turned them into thralls. They seem mostly sane and healthy despite their ordeals, and you're all currently still in the hall outside of the flooded engine room with Tulliver as well. And, what do you guys do?
Sorry for any limbs I cut off.
They shrug. One of them would be like, well, we didn't need all those extra aberration-born limbs, so...
Yeah.
We can grow them back as well. Or I could make you guys
no.
some.
It-
I've been actually working on making artificial, organs and limbs and such. I made a guy a whole circulatory system.
Here, I'm pulling up the list of their names right now. And
And if you're
Howard
scared of
Lettuce
confused, don't
is-
worry. Bastion just does that.
Howard
If
Lettuce,
you what? What'd you say, Matt?
I said Bastion just does that, so don't be scared of him.
Oh.
Howard Lettuce, the artificer, or Howard Letts, I'm sorry, not Lettuce.
You should have kept it lettuce.
No.
His name is Lettuce now.
Okay, we can change it to Lettuce. Howard Lettuce.
Let us make that change.
Look, he's just impressed. That was all I was gonna say, and then I fucked it up. All right.
Lettuce play.
Embarrassing.
Mhm.
But I'm just gonna be like, by the way, are any of your crewmates still? Did you guys already revive them?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're all.
they're-
they're all-
yeah.
Cool. Let me delete my diamonds. Let's keep
You
track
still
of
have
shit.
the Soon diamonds, but any normal diamonds you guys
I'm
don't.
not wasting those on these
Okay, I'm making sure.
other dimensional beings.
Uh-huh.
You should have just stopped at these.
Yeah, look at they're from another dimension. They're disgusting.
Oh, sure.
Gross. Maw food from my point of view. So how many of them are there?
There are 10, 11 if you count Tulliver.
Okay. Bastion, do you think you'll be able to realistically get this up and moving before Like, we need to be back?
Yeah, let me just run the calculations real quick.
Because I have Word of Recall, I can bring 5 people with us. I also have Windwalk, so I can cast Windwalk to get people to get up to the surface, and I can also cast Word of Recall to get people immediately back. That's only 5.
Honestly, if we just put them in the pocket dimension and then we brought them back out once we're up on the surface, that also kind of works.
We do also have the box. I forgot about the box.
Oh, well, no, we have the box, but we also have the workshop.
Yeah, but we can only cast that once a day.
Right, yeah, they'll be fine for a day.
Or people cannot stay inside the workshop.
Oh.
Yeah.
They'd just be kicked out.
Yeah.
That would not be good to do to flesh people under this many pounds of water pressure.
Yeah.
The phrase flesh people is so concerning. Like, I understand, but it's so concerning.
You are a person made of flesh.
For now.
I grab lettuce by his arm,
Okay.
produce my echo, and try to swap places and see if he switches places with me.
No.
Damn it!
Howard says,
Oh.
"What is that? God, is this ship haunted on top of everything?"
Sorry, I was just seeing if I can be helpful in their conversation, and no, I can't.
Oh.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, it might be. We don't really know. We've only kind of explored a couple of areas so far. Yeah. Hey, do you want to get caught up on what's going on?
On.
You guys? Yeah, like current
Really?
world events.
I imagine
Like-
there's a lot.
Oh yeah, you guys have been unconscious a little less than I've been alive. But I was here when the material plane got created, so that's not super long.
Oyif, who's an elf who's here,
Mhm.
she's, wearing rags after having been a slime monster for, like a century.
Hundreds of years.
Yeah. She says, I was actually here when the ship crashed. I don't remember the crash, but I have been here the whole time. Now, I would every now and then sleep for like 10 years, but then I go back to being awake. So I do actually know a lot of your history, what we were able to see from down here. But
Was that a lot? That you were able to see down here?
mostly it was picking up off of weather patterns and then pulses in your, what would I say? If there were big things happening magically or planarly, we were able to pick it up on our instruments. So she'd explain she knows about like Vecna ascending or the Crisis. They got a bunch of blips during the Pelor Crusades. Then I'm trying to think of what else she would know of. She doesn't know what happened, but they have kept a lot of logs, I guess. Like every time the Tarask wakes up, they would get like seismic tremors.
Yeah, we killed one of those.
Sort of.
Not a real one.
I mean, not a real one, but
They don't need to know that.
They all have wide eyes as they're very impressed.
It was totally a real one.
Yep.
well, it was an archdruid who transformed into one. But we basically, I think, beat up the Tarask form enough that she quit, and then we killed her, and her tree pet, and then turned the guy she was keeping back into a human from a tree monster. Well, we're doing that right now, actually. Or no, we've done that.
Yeah, it's been a weird existence.
Yeah.
I'm sure with 5,000 of stuff to catch up on, we would have to be sitting there for a long time.
Yeah. Well, current events. I don't know if you guys know what the Maw is. From what I've been informed from
Televir?
Wait, I didn't write. Yeah, Televir. I didn't write her name down. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
What I've been informed of from Televir here. You guys don't know what that is, but basically, there's a monster that eats universes, and we're gonna kill it. But the gods are disagreeing on how we're going to do that. So right now we're trying to clean up loose ends.
Wide eyes, head nods.
Yeah, that's kind of it, actually.
Yeah,
That's
massive
the
war.
most. Yeah, there's a big holy war going on. We're on the side of we
Good.
can do it without sacrificing souls. Some other gods kind of disagree with that, so they've been stealing souls from the soul current, unborn souls specifically. So a lot of dead newborns.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Oh.
horrified, and you hadn't told Tullavir that yet, I'm pretty sure. And she
Nope.
goes, yeah, we would not have contacted you guys yet. Wow.
By the way,
Yeah.
a Minotaur has not come to being yet. Well, what we believe to be a Minotaur is currently the two sides of the physical realm war about to happen. The two leaders, a young boy king who is trying to lead the force of good and believes that the gods need their power in, and a despotic evil emperor who is essentially the child, like the love child, in quotes, not actually the child of Pelor, the sun god, who is leading the charge of stealing souls. To
Yeah,
stop
we're
them all,
killing.
though. They're
We're
doing it to
gonna
stop them
kill.
all.
We're gonna kill that guy.
Or
Both-
help him
both-
ascend to godhood. Then, well,
No,
We
no, no.
might.
We're
But,
like not both. No, no, not both. Both of the sides. We're killing the guy and his god.
I mean, if we can get an Immunator, though, but only one side of the Immunator, so he's only good. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
exactly.
Norella Gonhi. She's a goblin. She would inform you later. She's the navigator and the chaplain. And she says,
Let us
first
pray.
of all, it's a Naumator, not a Mao. A Now.
Monocle?
Me,
A
wow.
Naum. Yes. His mortal form is still alive.
Yeah,
Can I
both
meet-
sides.
Both sides, yeah.
And you know one of them?
Yeah, we're good friends. He's the guy who I made the circulatory system for.
I'll get like one of the coin things, like the passive things. Like, yeah, he gave us these so we can get around a city easier.
Yeah, it's got his face on it. See?
Look
It
at
doesn't
that
have
on
a
him.
face on it, but,
Can I?
It does now.
Yeah, can I magical tinkering it to have his face on it just real quick?
sure, yeah. You can like get some other random scrap metal and draw a picture of King Henry.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just pull. I probably got some in like a pocket somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's like pieces hanging off of the ship everywhere, but
Yeah.
yeah, you make it, and as she looks upon the face of her god that she's a chaplain of, you don't know if she's actually a cleric or anything, but she puts her hands on her cheeks over her mouth and starts to cry. And there are several people in this gaggle of folks who look almost annoyed with her. They are, well, intrigued about, maybe seeing a god in the flesh, because that's always exciting, and then there's just so much going on. It's as though you get the idea that Norella never shuts up about who they call the Starfinder. So, so she starts sobbing, looking upon the mortal face of her god, even in this dimension. But then John Smith, Goblin, security, even though he's a green-skinned person with an extremely wide mouth, wide eyes, long ears, and long black hair, he says, in like a southern draw, you can look at his face and know that he'd be a sheriff. He's like, well, if we can help with all these apocalypse things, we're happy to help.
Please.
Yeah, we only found Televir, and the goal was I was gonna fix your ship, and then we were gonna take it, and well, I mean, it's a big ship, so I mean, yeah, it's kind of useful in a war, but also just kind of in general, and also it's this is really advanced stuff. I don't think we figured out how to harness light to shoot it at people except through magic. But this isn't magic, so
That was like a record scratch when like, this isn't magic?
no, this is super technology. Not like super technology, but this is technology.
They'll
a
just
few of
immediately
them
feels
who are...
extremely uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Oh, you're,
I keep interrupting you
Yeah.
guys. I do it so much.
Carolina's like, what's the
no,
difference?
you're the DM.
I do it all the time.
You're the DM.
Yeah, you can. You do have a big button that says "Shut the fuck up, I'm talking." You always have the talking stick, Bailey.
All right, man. We got 2 talking sticks.
Yeah, but one's like a less cool talking stick, and one has gold trim on it, and you have the
Okay.
one with gold trim on it.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
There's a couple of engineers. I was gonna say that there's one of the engineers is more computer, like specialized stuff, like microscopes or something. Then there's Howard, who's in charge of all the robots, and then Captain
boy.
Mistsplitter was actually he wasn't like a big time engineer, but he knows how to do it. He was like engine maintenance, which the engine broke before he got in charge. It's not his fault. And then there's Esme Hart, who's like plumbing and electrical. All of them would admit it is a little bit magic. There are some systems that are magical and some systems that are mechanical. But in both of these aspects, the ship is farther advanced than you. Or than your dimension, not you. But
Yeah. I mean, I have a theory that really magic is just more advanced technology.
Don't you say it. No.
Like it's kind
Yes.
of no, like it's kind of the same way that like there's not really a difference between like a fake heart and a real heart, other than one's made like of the materials they're made out of. But
and
yeah,
put in after the
That
fact.
is the difference.
yeah, but like
Does it make anybody-
functionally, there's no difference.
If it makes anybody feel any better, Carolina can't tell the difference.
Same. Hale's confused by everything all the time.
That's fine. You guys weren't given a curiosity core.
I was given sad core.
Yeah.
I try to light up the double. I try to light up the double-bladed lightsaber.
Make a religion check. Is that what I made you do last time?
A
I'm
wisdom.
like
wisdom.
I'm like 40 minutes into editing the other episode. The son of a bitch.
It
started-
was wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Like a wisdom save.
Uh
Okay, go ahead.
huh. Failed. That's a 7.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
Fucking magic.
That's
magic
more
never did anything to us.
spirituality.
I don't know magic, spirit. I barely know spirituality, and I don't know technology.
Says the champion of a god, but okay.
we just don't talk about it.
I mean, I know my God. That's it. I'm learning theirs, and I'm trying to make this light stick light up. I mean, it doesn't work. It worked when I needed it to. Well, the other one did. But this one's a little more my flavor.
So, on the one hand, you guys talked about a beach episode, and you're not near a beach, but you could get to one within the day if you leave the ship behind. Or you could spend with all these people's help, and then you, Bastion, and then there's like the computer people will actually get you able to where you can see like schematics and things, and like see where the broken parts of the ship are. So within about 24 hours, you guys could get this ship to surface, and then get in the air, and then fly around in the air. And then it would take you...
Sorry, within the day?
within 24 hours from now.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But it would take you, after you get it... So after 24 hours, it would take you another, like, 8 to reach a beach with the ship flying. Because I'm going to say the ship is as fast as Windwalk, so we don't have to do... Or it can travel, like, 300 miles in 24 hours or something. I don't know if that math works out, but I'll say it's as fast as Windwalk. So you could get to Thunderscrim in 3 days as the crow flies like you came here. Though, the crew would warn you, the ship's fucking massive. My voice cracked. I'll say it again. The ship's fucking massive.
I think the
Gonna
voice
turn-
crack added to it.
Oh, okay, well, we'll
You
keep it
fully,
in.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It adds the enunciation.
It's gonna turn a lot of heads. See,
Yeah.
Sky.
Hi
Does it have a
guys.
stealth feature?
The stealth feature? No,
Does it have weapons?
it does.
So how did it get into our atmosphere without anybody noticing it?
It was
We went
5,000
on the-
years ago.
We went on the very, very, very farthest edge of the world.
Yeah, and also like the 5 people who might have seen it were like, "Huh, that's weird."
Yeah, the Wandering Albatross is 3 kilometers long. That's 1.8 miles.
Oh my god.
The,
Wow.
the crew,
Is our planet
huh?
that's flat? But how deep is our planet that's flat?
The widest part's about 30 miles, smallest part's 2. I did have that written up previously and happened to remember it. Booyah.
Fuck, I just had a question and then I forgot it.
Uh,
Oh.
the-
What is that vision I got way back when? This?
yeah.
Okay, because you said I saw I never forgot that. Because you said I saw a goblin riding a like weird flying submarine,
Now you still haven't seen that goblin.
which is interesting.
It's a different guy. You don't know where
What?
he is.
I'm gonna draw up his face real quick on like a sheet of scrap metal and like show it to the Wandering Albatross's creature. Like, do you guys know this guy, by the way?
No,
Damn.
he's never seen him.
Shit.
Is it a good enough picture for me to turn into said creature?
Yeah. I would hope. Yeah.
They,
Okay.
they-
It's
they
not
still
one
have
of
no
the
idea.
good goblins.
Well, no. Can Carolina turn into him? Like look like him?
Sure.
Or her? Did I get a gender? Your correction? Did I get pronouns?
Yeah. Make a fucking nature check. Gon didn't tell you pronouns, but I'm gonna see if you know goblin physiology enough to guess.
Yeah, here's a.
14.
You can try to figure out if that goblin's got a dick or not.
Well, I meant like if he has a square jawline, or if, male goblins have
Wow.
longer ears than the other ones.
Transphobic Bastion. What a day.
Look.
Going off of the physiognomy,
Theonomy.
the physical characteristics.
Now we
I
have
thought-
Nazi
I thought
Bastion.
you were.
Okay,
I thought
well,
you were better than this, baby.
have you rolled? You don't have to roll yet. We could
What were
just...
this? I did. I got a 9, and then I added a 5 to it for 14.
You're not
and-
sure.
Wait,
This
hang
goblin
on,
was
hang on,
fucking
a
ancient.
guidance. Hang on, a guidance to
Okay,
myself.
okay.
Okay, 15.
Stop touching yourself in front of the aliens.
I
Yeah,
don't care. I
it's...
can watch.
You know those pointy triangle beards?
Yes.
Okay,
Like
so they
goats?
had one of... They had
Like
one
a-
of those, but it's not impossible for a female to have those. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
well-
your guess...
So they're like dwarfs?
No. No, like a normal goblin. These people are goblin. It's different.
Yeah. So they
Yeah,
have
but
the same thing as dwarves, though, where the women can have beards too.
I mean, human women can have beards.
Bailey.
All right, look, I work at a funeral home. There are some old ladies that I've had to fucking shave, dude.
Oh.
Hey, Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey, did you see my text?
No, let me look at it. You mean the good goblins? You mean the ones that you know personally?
Yeah.
That's from pre-recording.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said -10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it is not one of those.
Thank God.
This is an extremely old goblin. Your first guess with no context is male. Maybe they'll correct you. Maybe they'll agree that they're a dude. So you're not sure. However, okay. Let me say this one thing, and then we can continue to speculate about the man. Just want to get it out there. The crew would recommend that you fly around the edge of the world, north, then west, then go south once you get north of Thunderscram, or at the very least, fly so high that no one's gonna see you, unless they have advanced elf eyes or whatever. Staying over the wilderness. Going around the world's edge and out of the world's eyesight will take about 6 days. All right. paragraph that I wrote earlier over. Back to but as you turn into this ancient goblin Carolina, all of you could make me a history check, I guess.
About what?
It is
History.
Just do it.
I don't. No, I'm all right. I think that Bastion's gonna drop this thought like Disco Elysium.
That's a 10.
7.
Okay. Yeah, you guys don't know who the fuck this is.
I got a new character that I can turn into, though. I could call him Dave.
True.
I
True.
can call him Dave.
Fuck it. Let's just impersonate the guy till he gets pissed off enough to come find out.
Yeah.
No.
Have you
No,
seen this man? Now you have.
Impersonating people got pale framed for murder.
Okay. Did you actually commit murder?
Not that one.
I
mean,
knew that was
yeah.
coming.
You gotta be
yeah,
a little more specific.
I'm bitter about that.
It's not murder if it's justified.
Your Honor, it was for the fine.
Damn,
Your
Rob.
Honor, Your Honor, he looked at me
Okay.
funny.
Okay, Bastion, on that logic, is it justified if I was paid to do I mean, someone was paid to do it?
I mean, were they a bad person?
Don't know. Don't even know the person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about the situation.
I'm speaking about assassins.
No, yeah, I figured that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a like.
I think it's justified.
Murder bad. Anyway, so if y'all don't know him, it's all good. I guess the big issue becomes, what do y'all want to do? You're clearly more, knowledgeable than us in always. So what is your recommendation to us?
Telavir, who's the only one who's not absolutely kind of dead, exhausted, and still recovering from being, mind controlled. She would tell you, ideally, because your dimension doesn't sound ready, and I think I've maybe met you, and she kind of grimaces toward Clifton Johnson. Like, I think I met you once in orientation. You just look familiar, but in my, training, you should forget that we exist and leave us here. But since your dimension's being eaten and dying on the bottom of the ocean sounds terrible, and all of them nod of, yeah, it's been a fucking nightmare, to be honest. But this is, if I would like to avoid anyone's notice except for the science people you guys told me about. That'd be my personal desire. And she looks to the others, and again, they don't know her, or maybe met her once, but they all kind of agree. And she's like, if we could let as few people know about us as possible, but then also help you, because apparently, the god that sent you here is not a god of war or whatever. And you guys seem quirky, but you don't seem evil. Even you, who worships the apocalypse god, and a couple others mutter he worships the apocalypse god, and they go, yeah, it's he seems nice enough. I don't know, but
I'm gonna do an awkward wave. Hi.
I lean in and whisper, "We'll deal with it when we get there."
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed all of that because somebody decided to call me on Facebook and kicked me off of Bluetooth.
Oh no. But Telavir's just talking about and conferring with the others of, according to official protocol, you guys should leave them here for dead and bury the ship and pretend you never saw it, because the technology here, if in the wrong hands of people in your world, it would be a big jump. So if somebody evil got a hold of this, they'd be able to conquer your planet. And then, go to dimensions beyond, and that would be bad. But since you guys, while your planet's not great, our dimension doesn't seem that great. They've been here so long, and they're in the bottom of the ocean. And while they may not say it out loud, they can't stop you. So, or even Televir's not really a tactical person. She says, well, and she's kind of the captain now, which she's not ready for, but she'll take it, whatever. Just because Captain Missplitter doesn't seem like he's together enough to be really in charge. Says, well, first of all, we can't stop them. So either we can, like, have them kill us, or we can try to do damage control. And the other one's nod of, like, yeah. Because that is a plan B of if someone gets to them before first contact is ready, they try to just, like, spoon feed people stuff. So they have the what's the collective opinion that first they'd like to take a nap, to be honest. Secondly, they would like to help you get this ship to where you want it to go, but try to avoid as many people on the way.
Yeah, well, we're going to a city.
But just while we're moving...
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, because I was going to say that, like, defensively, that we can fix that. Yeah, that wouldn't really be a problem. It just requires some tinkering with your bots. But you guys have, like little, like, sentry things, right?
Howard stands up. We have 917 automatons. There are roughly 500 that are combat capable. I would like to get those up and running before your god of darkness or somebody knows about the ship. I think all the guns are broken also.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Also, I asked, you're good. You're cool if I put souls in all of those, right?
He blinks a lot. I mean,
yeah, we rescued like a bunch of souls from a Pelorian dungeon. That's the bad guy, the god we're gonna kill. I'd have to put nervous systems and stuff in them. Right? Not necessarily. I'd have to tinker with them a little bit, but it's gonna save our construction a lot. Cause yeah, I got about 1,000 souls that need a body.
His main questions would be about the souls. I don't know if you want to explain all of that to him right now.
I mean, we can probably just walk and talk while we're going to go fix it.
Yeah,
and I think that's Sebastian's activity for the day.
Yeah, it's while you guys are working after all of these people like eat lunch or something because they haven't eaten in like 1,000 years. They would, as you guys are all reading schematics or whatever in the workshop, you could tell him all of those details if you wanted to. I just didn't know if there was anything you guys wanted to keep close to the chest. Once you explain the entire situation, they'll all be on board with you appropriating the robots. And they'll actually be more enthused about letting you take the ship somewhere because you're going to turn it into a robot base, and they're okay with that.
Yeah.
As long as you're not going to add this to the Imperial fleet. They prefer that it's in the hands of one guy.
This is going to be an independent sort of thing.
Yeah. They're much more on board with it being your deal instead of you guys add this to an Imperial Navy, like I said.
Yeah. No, this is the first of many. Oh, we could figure out a way to replicate this stuff. But yeah, no.
Please don't put it in the general public until they won't kill each other with it.
No, this is proprietary information. I gotta be honest, we haven't met a whole lot of people who I trust. And Pale keeps telling me that, King Henry's bad and he's gonna turn into like a big god or whatever. That just hasn't really clicked yet, because I don't know. Like, I guess he's evil, but that's like his destiny or something. Yeah, I don't know, but because of that, Pale's usually just got a lot of information about stuff sometimes that I don't, which is impressive. Matt's not here to hear me gassing up Pale right now.
Yeah. I think that's the funniest part, is that he's not here. But Norella, the chaplain, she would listen rapturously as you talk about the Starfinder, and would admit that he's often seen or perceived as having two entirely different personalities.
Mhm.
He's a neutral god, and his form differs depending on what alignment. He has no alignment, or he has every alignment. So,
Uh-huh.
a Naumator appears to whoever is coming to him based on their own. It's in his mortal form, he was also two people. And so there was one who most people thought was evil. And so that is the face that he wears when he speaks to people who are more focused on conquering. Then there is a much friendlier side. And that's the one who we see him as the god of society and progress and everyone sort of staying in their lane. As far as I would say, I don't know if the translator is working correctly, but he's the patron saint of the material plane. He's the one who prevents holy wars and that sort of a thing.
Oh, yeah, I can get behind that latter bit. That first bit, I don't know if I really...
No, most people, yeah. So like
Yes,
people
hang on.
when they're founding a city, they might particularly pray to a Naumator. If a father wants his kids to get along, he'll pray to a Naumator.
Yeah, what happens if we kill the bad side?
I'm not sure that you can.
We've heard that a lot. I guess we'll get there when we get there.
He shrugs.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. We got a bunch of souls, and I'm just trying to give him a body. It's a holy dictate from Gond.
Hey,
That I
Bastion,
gotta... Yeah, what's up?
what happens when they come together?
When the two sides come together?
I know that they become a god, but what exactly happens when they come together?
I don't know. I've
Where
never seen a god be created.
You might know.
They might know?
Whoever you're talking to, they might.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they would because they've never seen a god made mortal, or they've never seen the mortal version of their god. So I don't think that they would have seen what happens when he's created.
But maybe there's a history of what happened, because we don't know that history because it hasn't happened.
I'm gonna look. Is there, like, a history of his mortal form?
She would tell you, this woman could go on for fucking hours. And hours. And has before. And everyone who's been trapped on the ship with her before they were taken over by the Aboleth, like Oif, who's been here 5,000 years intermittently, has seen people's entire lives on this ship. Esme Hart was fucking 18 when she arrived here, and then she's obviously been asleep, but she's been awake for another 20 years. And so Norella, who's a Goblin who are longer lived, she's been awake and working on the ship for 60 years, because she was also young when she first got here. And so everyone these people have all been on this ship together for decades. And they're really annoyed by Norella never shutting the fuck up about the Starfinder. But she would tell you every detail about their mortal forms in her dimension. And I, should have written a description for those, but haven't yet. But she would tell you everything, and supposedly to her, there was like a huge world war, essentially. And so when it was over, like, because they reached a compromise and a truce, and so in the moments of somewhat victory, somewhat defeat, and then the collective decision to start picking up the pieces, there was enough people who'd been behind them during that war that revered them so much that when they made that compromise or whatever, it didn't happen in that very second, but when they shook hands, they realized there was more to each other, and so after continuing to do peace talks and rebuilding talks, they realized that they were two halves, and continued to whip up their, I guess, veterans and countrymen, and then just like made a country together, and then eventually upon their deaths that were near simultaneous, they ascended. Because they, at that point, had enough people who believed that they were a god or were going to become one, that they did.
You can just tell them they're not going to be one.
I mean, King Henry certainly is against it and refuses to believe it.
Yeah, but that's just
So
one person.
what you're saying is without the followers, regardless if they meet or come in contact with each other, they're not going to ascend.
Yeah.
Oh, soulmates meet all the time.
Right, yeah, but that doesn't mean that they... Because becoming a god requires souls. Does it require a sacrifice of those souls, though?
No, just people believing in you.
Yeah, so I mean, they just have to have 20,000 people who believe in them, but Thundersgram doesn't believe so, from my understanding. The Pelorians, I have no clue.
Yeah, the Emperor's side may have... He probably puts that out as propaganda that he's going to become a god.
Yeah,
You've
but I
gotta
mean...
listen to the meeting of a gods, Ian.
Oops.
Someday.
I keep forgetting to. I am truly sorry.
No, listen. I'm never gonna be mad at you ever because it would be so cringe. It would be so cringe for me to tell you to listen to me talk for 2 hours.
No, I mean, it's completely valid.
With the golden stick.
What?
Where the fuck did Matt go, by the way? Where's our...
He said he had a work thing come up.
Oh, shit.
So he might be coming back?
He said BRB. No, I mean, yeah, I imagined that the guy like that. If I'm tracking the characterization of this Pelorian guy from the 3 times he's been mentioned now, he's the type to convey that he's going to be a god, because that just feels like something a crazy megalomaniac would do.
Probably.
But
Absolutely.
hypothetically, if we kill all those people, then they can't spread that religion anymore. Meaning that follower amount is definite.
Or
the souls still
Clifton
count.
Johnson, anthropologist, who's the only one of the crew who speaks your version of common. He says, or they could all become martyrs, and you start a holy war.
We're already in the middle of a holy war.
Oh well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, martyrs, though...
Is it a holy war?
Also, that's enough believing that he's going to become a god. But they can't become a god without the 2 of them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to get 20,000 people by himself. Especially if,
20,000's not that many.
Yeah, I feel like we can kill enough. Bailey, if
You could
weapons
also
of mass...
just kill him.
Have W... No, because then that turns him into a martyr. Like, that is martyring him. Bailey, have WMDs been invented yet?
What the hell is that?
Weapons of mass
Weapons
destruction?
of destruction.
The closest it's ever been is that...
Is this ship?
well, yes.
I mean, the ship,
then,
the ship itself is the WMD, but...
I would say the Ethereum shard could be used as one. Theoretically, they've never tried.
There was a bomb with the other Warforged, wasn't there?
Yeah, and then in Golgari, the Pelorians have what's basically a primitive nuclear energy. So you could blow that up and make a Chernobyl, but I would say nuclear bombs aren't a thing yet, though I would say the Ethereum shard, if used evilly, could be.
Mm-hmm.
And we could also put our hands on a soul box full of soul magazines.
Yeah, with access to enough soul magazines, and you cast Meteor Swarm, and assuming the power flowing through you doesn't kill you, that would definitely count as a weapon of mass destruction.
Okay, cool.
You could also count a Tarask as a weapon of mass destruction, I suppose.
True, it's a biological weapon.
Yeah.
That is the weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, that's the Giga Nuke.
Just tie a nuke to the Tarask.
Yeah,
give the Tarask a put a workshop on its back that makes nukes.
Yeah, like a dead man's switch.
No.
Tarask, nuke what's left.
No. Like the Tarask has a gun on it that makes nukes.
Oh, okay, like Liberty Prime.
Yeah, well, no, because Liberty Prime still requires ammunition. I say that we make a fleet a fully functional nuke. Yes, so basically Liberty Prime, but also he's got a factory in him that makes the nukes for him.
You know what I want to know? Where does Liberty Prime keep all of those? Because he seems to just pull them directly out of his ass.
His dump truck ass.
Okay.
No, in 3 and 4, you can see he's got like a little. I guess they're stored in his chest, but there's certainly not enough room for that. But there's like a little, it's like a conveyor backpack sort of.
There's just not enough room.
Yeah. I mean,
would a nuke even do anything to its rest?
I don't think anything has resistance.
Could you imagine the reflective carapace?
It's not a spell, though.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I cast nuclear bomb.
I mean, so that does raise the question: is radiation magic damage?
No, because uranium is a natural thing.
I mean, fire's a natural thing.
But
magic
fireball is a magic spell.
You could make magic radiation, which would be fucking nightmarish.
Yeah, Bailey, I posted the picture, by the way, of where he stores the nukes.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's got like a little conveyor.
That spell exists.
What, disintegrate?
The radiation spell.
Yeah, I mean, what type of damage would you take from radiation?
Necrotic.
Yeah.
I
feel like disintegrate's like the closest.
No, there is one. I can't remember the spell, but it's like like there's one that's actually in the regular player's handbook spells, and then there's the one from the dungeon dudes. They introduced contagions, so you've got all kinds of radiation spells now.
Interesting.
It's I've been out of D&D so long, my D&D brain is kind of like drawing a blank on spells, and I've never played a wizard, so...
Your next character, man.
I think our next party is just wizards.
Everybody's gonna hate... you're talking about power gaming. My next character, if Carolina was to die, or even in the other game, my next character is gonna be a nightmare for the DM.
Yeah.
Or me, I don't know, because I'm you see how I am with Cray Cray. Partially because I have Cray Cray and Kelzu that I'm playing, and I forgot how to play Kelzu, and I forgot how to play Cray Cray.
Yeah. Did you see in Wade's character sheet that I wrote Elvis into his backstory? I don't know.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I couldn't. I woke up to all of that.
Yeah. No,
I was
I get it. I'll let him tell you when you guys go on a date.
Yeah.
But ask Wade about his rock collection.
Okay. Yeah, I woke up and there's like 34 missed messages. I'm like, what?
Yeah. That's my every day, because everyone talking to everyone in every group chat that I'm in while I'm asleep. I don't read them until I get to work and like take my first smoke break, you know?
But it's hard for me. Well, when it's that many, it was hard for me because it's like, yeah, I got to get up and start getting ready for work. And I'm like, I was like, I got to start getting ready for work. If I start reading that, I'm like, I'm a slow reader as it is.
Yeah.
And I'd be going into the character sheets trying to read every detail. And it wouldn't let me blow the pictures up that you sent.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Just ask Wade about his rock collection.
Ask Wade about his rock collection.
Well, what do you guys do as the? Do we just immediately begin? The crew takes a nap and then we do repairs.
That's what I'm thinking, but Bastion just went to the bathroom. I don't know how a robot does that.
So it's just you and me?
Yes.
Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Hi.
Had to piss. Sorry.
So are we going to begin the maintenance? Or are we going to have a beach day floating away?
Well, no, I think I think I was gonna go start fixing the robots. Because 917 able-bodied hands, plus our current ones, is a lot better than just us.
Do you want to fix the ship first or the robots first?
Didn't the guy want to fix the robots?
I mean, yeah.
If we fix the robots, that's more hands to fix the ship.
Yeah, every robot we fix is another hand.
Yeah. It's the robots can't do, like, minute things, because they're not very intelligent. But they can start... They could start fixing the guns. It would still be slow going, but... mostly, they just have cut power for... They cut power for, like, 20 years before the Aboleth came. Like, to put on... They were just running out of power. So, the robots haven't been touched in... I forgot how long I said the Aboleth had them, but at least that long. So mostly, he's gonna get everything that can remove rust on this entire ship and spend it on the robots, so then the robots can do elbow work of getting the rest of the rust off without whatever chemicals they have. And
I can just do that normally. Like
what do you mean?
With mending, I think it cleans items off, does it not?
No, that's prestidigitation.
Oh, you're so right, yeah.
And then
Some of
Howard's...
my D&D brain is working.
Oh,
Welcome back, Matt.
Sorry,
Missed
my
me- you, mi-
moment.
you missed me gassing up Pale.
mm-hmm.
No! Please, no!
The only compliments you've ever gotten from your crew, you're gonna have to wait for like 2 weeks until I edit them. Tragic, man.
Womp, womp.
Insert sound of Matt crying.
Uh-huh. Matt crying, .wave.
It's an MP3 file. Please.
Okay. Listen. But yeah, Howard's best friend is Esme, who's the other maintenance person. And then you get the idea that these two maintenance people don't get along with Orla Finch, who's the computer person. You don't know why. But yeah, Captain Mistsplitter and then Howard and Esme are going to be mainly the ones helping you make the robots be able to help the ship. But then Orla is going to seclude herself to making sure that everything is up to snuff with the, like, computer systems on the ship, which there are a lot. And, you know, there's probably, I don't know, 1,000 terabytes of cookies to clear off their, computer browser or whatever. So that's still working on things that need to be worked on, but she's doing it away from you. And Norella, who's the navigator chaplain, is going to start just with her hands and like some Windex cleaning the cockpit, and then making sure the pressure regulators are... She's doing a systems check, essentially. Clifton is not a maintenance guy. He's a book nerd, but he's a people person book nerd as an anthropologist, so he's going to help, but he's not going to be very useful. John Smith and Max Norton are the two, like, security guys, so they're going to be going around the entire ship and making sure there's nothing else living in here. And I think that's everyone except for Tabitha Craig, who does not say a word to you guys. She is going to be, I would say, going with OIF and doing, like, inspection on what supplies they still have that haven't turned into dust. That's what they're going to be doing.
I'll go with the ones making sure nothing else is alive on the ship.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, hey, wherever you guys need me, or if you want to say the way, let me know. I do fire and medic stuff, but yeah.
And I would say Televir is also not going to be super helpful, but she is going to try and help you guys with the robots and fixing stuff.
He's the captain.
Oh yeah, that's you.
They
That or
walk
she'd
by and
be...
say you're welcome.
Yeah, she would say thank you. Definitely. She says, I have had a handful of leadership classes, but I seem to be the only one who's not so tired. Maybe Mistsplitter will be back to up on his feet soon. He seems to
You
have...
got this.
I mean, he was captain for like 200 years. Granted, captain of 9 other people, but...
He's tired.
I'll get him to mentor me, or he'll be first mate or something. But
Yeah.
and because Bastion's kind of turning this into a town, so I'm not sure how long it'll last. But I am honored to be on the logs of current captains, and I'm gonna, use my permissions on the computer to download Tetris or something.
Hey, you might be the first mayor or president of said town.
I'd like to get at least a position as a biologist, so whatever they need me to do as far as, if they're going to be, sentient automatons, maybe they need a plant person around. Plant and animals.
Maybe.
If nothing else, extremely, extremely, extremely long term, provided we survive all the crises you guys seem to have going on. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find a...
Yeah, I mean, a biologist would be interesting, although most of the people living here are going to be made out of metal.
Yeah, well, I mean, 40 years from now, I could just go teach biology, assuming you guys have colleges that teach that thing.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, also, originally the goal was to have a city inhospitable to everyone who wasn't a robot, by removing all of the oxygen, except for a select area, to, ward off invasions and such. But
I mean, if you flew it into the stratosphere, maybe.
yeah, I mean, flying... I'll work on it. We'll workshop it.
The Telever would say, like I told you earlier, the hull on this ship could probably survive a punch from the avatar of one of your gods, so... I mean, probably only one punch, but a punch. So I don't think invaders are going to be the thing you have to worry about for a while.
I'll start winding up my fist.
She's gonna cross her arms and watch you probably break your fucking hand.
It was a joke. You said the avatar of one of our gods. We're the closest things.
No, I was gonna let you.
Bastion, let me see one of your gauntlet.
A siege gauntlet?
They don't come off. Those are my hands.
Now I really want to punch it.
I mean, I can.
No punching.
Started off as a joke. Now it's a challenge. I don't like being challenged and not needing said challenge.
Don't fight our
Imagine
new friends.
2 feet of adamantine in a cylinder 2 miles long. Can you punch through it?
Probably.
Man, I don't want to punch through it because we're underwater.
Yeah, you definitely all die.
But I think I can.
You could certainly punch it. I don't know if it's gonna do anything.
I mean, I'm stronger than Bastion.
Yeah, but I have siege damage.
You do.
You can roll to punch the hull.
No, I'm good. We're underwater. Everyone else will die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we get out,
Yeah. But
then
Is
we
there
might
anything-
fall from the sky. No, we have some.
do you guys say anything fun in these 24 hours that it's going to take you to be able to turn the ship on? Or the ship engines on?
Every chance of downtime I get, I try to meditate and get this double-bladed light blade to light up.
Okay. Make me another wisdom save.
That is a 15.
It does not. Does not.
Uh,
You can make another, 2.
Okay. That doesn't, and that doesn't.
Okay.
With a 5 and a 9.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, it's on me. 16.
Okay. In patrolling the ship with these guys, Clifton Johnson and Max Norton, they're both go bleed. And like I said earlier, Clifton is very much like the old-timey sheriff type, even though he's a green man from space. And then Max Norton is very much a young, cocky cop who used to be a bully in high school. And, he tries to be better than John, and John does not give a singular shit. and they've, been working together for like 10 fucking years. And Max follows no orders, but he's like kind of a child around it, even though he's like 30. Like when Clifton's like, hang on, let me check this hallway. But you would eventually, or not Clifton, I'm sorry. John Smith is the guy who's the fucking sheriff. Anyway, John Smith would mention to you, he's like, he's the only one who's got a voice so far. They usually start trying to lift rocks with their brains before they start making the laser swords light up. Them people who can do that. Maybe you talk to Norilla about it. She's the one who's most spiritual.
Okay. I mean, I got the other one to work, but this one has 2 blades, so it's a little bit harder.
From what I heard, that sort of deal just takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, I'll try to get some rocks to... I'll try to lift rocks. Like
with just your brain, yeah.
Yeah, with just my brain. I mean, I can create another me with just my brain, and I produce my echo.
They go, we don't have them on our dimension, but that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, if I can do that, how hard can it be to lift rocks?
You just gotta, maybe if you find one of them who can do it here, which is kind of fun that these are almost exactly the same. Some things are universal, like fried bread and mashed potatoes. They're everywhere. So,
do you have any here?
In the kitchen, maybe. We could make some if it ain't turned to dust.
Alright.
Because these ships are designed to last 300 years. 500 in emergencies. We've been here for 5K. And he pats the wall. Says, that is a good bird, let me tell you. We might be the longest running mission in any dimension. That we know of, anyway. I don't know if you even call it a mission now we've been stranded so long.
Well, you've got a new mission.
Yeah.
What's that?
Save everyone.
Yeah, I would like to help with that. It'd be a shame to be down here all this time and then just die some other horrible way. I'd like to see the sun again. Even though your sun sounds kind of like it's turning dark side, I'd still... That yellow ball. I have not witnessed that in a while.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we shall see the sun.
And Max is like, we're gonna be blind as shit when we get out there. And John just kind of nods.
I mean, I could do us all a favor and cast daylight before we get out there, so you'd be blind first, and then actually see the sunlight.
They kind of nod a little bit, and Max is like, we'll just steal some of Howard's welding goggles for a bit. And John is like, we will borrow some of Howard's welding goggles with his permission. And Max is like, we're security, John. He's like, that is not how it works. As I've told you, probably, I don't know, thousands of times.
Be quiet.
Yeah. Max is like, he has literally hundreds of pairs. He goes, yeah, and most of them don't belong to him. They belong to our deceased crew members who we're going to have a big funeral for. And you guys may have walked through the pod bay that you first found Televir in, and there is indeed thousands of bodies still inside corpses that, or thousands of corpses still inside pods that the life support system ran out. Because they just one by one watched all their friends in the pods die as they could no longer fix the machinery. And John would explain of they had to make the tough decision of they could have just opened people's pods before they died inside of them, but then they knew that they would all just starve to death together, so they focused on maintaining the pods that were still in good condition.
That was my next question.
Yeah. We could have opened them, but then they just would have died down here with us. Where we would have all died. Yeah.
Well, you didn't die. You all became other stuff. And yeah, you know what? Because maybe if there was more of you, you would have killed that thing, and then you would have died starving. Yeah, I don't see a better way than what you did.
And will be, luckily, only out for 24 hours because Oif was the one who was, what's the word? He explains that they had, like, a way to grow food here. It was mostly, like, mushrooms. And then here's when you find out that Norella is actually a cleric because she would create food and water every day. But they knew if it was more than the 10 of them, they wouldn't be able to do it. And so it was better to let them die in their pods than be awake, learn the horror of we're trapped here the rest of our lives. Then you might have like 30, 40 people and everyone starved to death. So they just focused on keeping who they could keep alive. Yeah. Yeah, it would not have been great.
Mm.
And then the whispering started. Yikes.
Yeah, it's enough to drive you crazy.
Oh, it did. It actually did.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
so literally. I was crazy once.
Nobody?
Nope.
And that's when it occurs to Max. He says, wait, who the fuck opened the door, finally? And then
What
John
door?
pauses to consider, so let the fucking Abelith in.
Oh,
As last I remember, it just fucking got me. And then John looks around and is like, I think that's a missplitter question. And he looks Max really close in the eyes and he says, if you start interrogating people, you and me are gonna have a talk. And Max is like, look, I just want to know who had us be enslaved for like 1,000 years. And John's like, well, would you rather been sort of mindless the last 1,000 years? Or dead, with no hope of anything? It kind of saved us, to be honest. And they squint at each other.
I'm
It's
trying
John's
to
trying to prevent
remember.
drama. What?
Caroline is trying to remember if she heard anything about the answer to that question in the logs.
As far as you saw earlier, the last log was Captain Mistsplitter saying that he was going to break the comm system so the Abelith couldn't lure anybody else here. You could probably dig to see if there's anything else past that. But for now, John's just trying to keep Max from starting shit by pointing fingers, so...
Yeah, I wasn't trying to feed into them pointing fingers, but just trying to, like, if they check the logs, are they going to find any information on that and still start shit?
No, you're not sure. But now they're not going to be trapped in a tin can together, maybe it won't be so bad. And there is John's point of, they did just, like, skip 1,000 years,
And they're still alive.
Yeah. And while twitchy, they appear to not be insane, which is a miracle.
Yeah. Okay, so have we found anything? Or do we find anything?
I would say you find some, like... I don't want to say... imagine a ball of snot that, like, became sentient. Okay, so what you find is, like, sometimes when a starfish loses a leg, an entire starfish grows from that. So you find aberration blobs that, like, broke off of them or the Abelith and then formed, like, their own thing. So, like, you might find another room that's kind of flooded and there's, like, an octopus-sized slime in there that wants to kill you. But it's nothing that you can't take out in, like, one fucking hit. And the boys are very impressed. And they also just shoot it with blasters and maybe show you how blasters work while they're having casual conversation.
Carolina boredly kills these things. Like, they're not even fun.
Yeah. Yeah, something that would kill a commoner from the heart attack upon seeing it alone. You're just like, ah, stab, gross. It's like killing a mole rat in Fallout when you're like level 50.
Fucking rat.
You know.
Gotta remember to ask Wade about it.
But what about the other two of you? Do you do anything cool? Talk to anyone specific?
I think I just fixed. I think me and Howard just shoot the shit talking about robots for literally the entire time.
Yeah.
I imagine for this guy a sentient automaton is kind of crazy.
It is. He's losing his
And
mind a little bit more than
making-
Eldorabarus was.
Yeah, and I was going to say one that's making a ton more.
He's been expecting this dimension to be weird, which he never expected to see it after realizing that he died down here. But now that he is, he's very excited. He wants to meet all of your children. He wants there to be there for all of them. Esme Hart, who's actually a human, and she's like wears overalls, and like the biceps look good in the overalls, you know. And she's more of like a plumber sort of a deal. But her and Howard hang out constantly, and she's also enraptured by your robots conversation. And she's like, Howard, I'm so glad that you found your soulmate. And he's like, shut up, Esme. And so, yeah, he could never stop talking about robots, and you could never stop talking about robots. You guys could talk for years and never run out of things to say about robots.
I can't wait for this guy to get his fucking hands on my shield guardian.
Yeah, and he would tell you that he was.
We're making him a fucking mech suit out of my shield guardian. He's coming with us.
Oh my god.
Hang on. I gotta think about the fucking dungeon. No, we're gone.
So here's the question: your shield guardian, who's gonna hold the medallion, you or him?
I got it.
You could just put him in a backpack on top of the shield guardian.
This shit right here. Look. That's how we're about to pull up. That is an actual character in World of Warcraft whose name is Sicko Thermoplug.
But it looks like WoW art. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make him praying.
Yep.
He would start his
we
beer
could
up.
just make him a different mech suit.
Talking about he almost committed mutiny when Miss Splitter was like, we have to conserve power and send all the robots off. He's like, he lost himself and went into a deep depression. And Esme pats his shoulder. It's like, look, but the robots are back now.
Carolina might have to get acquainted with Esme.
Get a what?
Carolina might have to get acquainted with Esme.
Acquainted? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be happy to talk to you. She's a very friendly person. She would actually be also impressed by you, like, nonchalantly stabbing stuff. She wishes she was in security. It's a good thing she's not. She's really impulsive. Despite knowing everything electrical and everything plumbing and everything life support systems, she's very smart. But she's, while 30, still kind of a goofball. She's the only person who's, like, not depressed right now. So, congratulations. And she would admit that she fucking hates Max, the security guy. That she'd kill him if she could. And has gotten close. She's like, I've snuck behind him with a pipe wrench more times than I'm gonna admit. Howard tries to talk her down. He's like, I also hate him. He's fucking annoying.
Carolina, that's your in.
That's your in is fucking killing him.
you gotta go kill that guy.
And then he would never even know. He'd never see it coming.
Yeah.
Especially because he's what, like level 5, maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Wouldn't even know I was in the room. Pretty sure the security camera wouldn't even see me.
You didn't even know what the fuck a security camera is.
Yeah. Well, it's an eye of scrying. That's a magical object you've heard of before.
That's true.
Just a metal one.
I love.
Are there any in this ship? Like, they had, when we were looking at the computer screen, we could see hallways, right? Or you see into the rooms and everything?
No. I would say maybe in, like, John and Max would take you to the security office. They have, because, like, part of the ship is magical and part of the ship is analog. So they have, like, I think it's called, like, a wand of clairvoyance that are, like, set to certain rooms. Or, like, tiny scrying mirrors that you can activate and look. It's not a constant stream, but you can look a certain amount of times a day.
I would like to use one of those and put my echo in it and see if it can be seen.
Oh, if it's a room you can see, but you're not really there?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Is there a range on the echo?
30 feet at the end of my turn, but if I actually project into my echo, I got 1,000 feet.
And you
But
can...
then I can't see.
You can make it appear anywhere that you can see, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it works.
Hmm.
You appear in a room that's been locked for 1,000 years.
Ooh.
And you see
teleport in.
yourself through the wand of clairvoyance.
Damn it. I teleport in there.
Okay.
It has no oxygen.
I teleport out.
Yeah, Matt's got some work stuff, looks like.
Okay. Yeah. You pop in, then you pop out, and
Yeah.
Mac and John, who just saw that on the magic mirror, are like, aha! Okay.
No, he said there was no oxygen. So I teleported.
Oh yeah, they have been slowly putting off life support to keep it relegated to certain parts. So you did go in there. Well, you wouldn't have noticed. There is still air in there, but it's just not been stirred. So you would slowly start feeling faint as you're breathing something other than oxygen, probably. And yeah, I don't know what gas builds up in empty parts of a submarine, but
Probably a bunch of methane. So I would ask them if there's anything important in that room and if they would like me to check on it. Yeah, I'm not going back in there, but I can send my echo back in. And I can feel around, go around the room and see what's intact.
they would shrug. I'm gonna say it's like you just went into like a computer server room or something. They would explain coins of mimicking to you, but these are very, very high capacity ones.
Coins of mimicking. That sounds intriguing. This guy looks awful.
The sky?
Yep.
It's raining where you and Matt are.
It's not raining yet.
It was raining over here earlier.
Yeah, earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what part of my ass?
So you just see... You know how servers have just racks upon racks upon racks of hard drives?
Uh-huh.
You see these circular gold objects in racks connected by wires, and each of these has crystals in it and stuff. And these all go to wires. There's a lot. There's more copper than you've ever seen before in these wires. And it's shielded in rubber that's very cracked. Maybe at the last second, John would have told you, don't touch that.
Okay,
But
don't
you're
touch
gonna-
the sign.
No, yeah, don't do that.
Okay. Nothing in there that I could explode or take to make somebody else explode. No fun. I'm out.
Okay. You pop back in with them. And
Yeah, I didn't need anything, right?
they shake their heads no.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even find the door, so. But if I need it opened, I can get in there and open it.
Maybe later.
Okay.
It's I figure once we get full power, we can just... There are buttons to lock everything and then unlock everything, and... Oh no! Among Us! It's a fucked up spaceship. Anyway. Uh-huh.
I can honestly say I've never played the game.
I've played it once. And I've seen a lot of streamers play it. That's mostly what my experience is.
I've played it a couple of times, but it's really not something that, like,
Adults do?
kind of whatever.
Yeah, my kids played it, and I was just like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, you want to play Among Us? I'm like, no.
Mm?
Come on, it's kind of sus that you don't want to play Darien.
Yeah. What are you, the imposter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little
just yes.
Sussy.
Yes. You can pick me and be wrong.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. But if there's anything else fun you guys want to do, other than that, I would say maybe there's a hiccup here and there. Maybe it's a couple of the guys are like, yeah, I actually have to sleep before I throw up or whatever. But then within 24 hours, with everyone's help and all the knowledge you have and doing their part, you guys would be able to get the ship where it is ready to surface. And do we want to do that next time? Or do you want to have
I think we just prep for going next time.
Okay.
Pale Matt said that Pale uses Word of Recall to go to Stephen's childhood home, and then Wind walks to August's place and gives everyone a heads up about the ship.
Oh, okay.
So I think that we can literally cut it as like as we're surfacing, Pale fucking dips.
Yeah.
While Carolina's sitting there being useless, since we don't have rocks for me to try to levitate, I will try to levitate the light swords themselves.
Okay.
I can just make some rocks for Carolina.
Yeah, you could make 100 pounds of rocks.
Yeah. you know, yeah, I think halfway through, like, can at one point, like, Bastion's, like, not taking a break, but just like, oh, by the way, passes by Caroline and just, like, shits out 100 pounds of rocks.
I think it would be an awkward encounter all around, because you just walk by and you see Carolina just staring at the swords.
Yeah, I'm like, Carolina, what are you doing?
I'm about to shit myself trying to make these things levitate. They said they practice lifting rocks with their minds. I didn't have any rocks, so I'm trying to lift these fucking swords.
Oh, here you go. I just hold my hand up and 100 pounds of rocks appear.
Oh.
Clang, clang, clang.
Did you just pull that out your ass?
No, I made it. It's a gift from Gond.
You just hit rock.
I mean, maybe.
Charlie Brown, I got a
I don't-
rock.
I got a rock.
You pulled him out of your ass, just like Liberty Prime.
Yeah. I just be doing that sometimes.
I try to levitate rocks.
Yeah, and the crew, upon hearing that big bang, and having not seen rocks in, like, decades, they might hold a couple with you there, Carolina. But
I'm providing my fucking enrichment for their enclosure.
Yeah. I try. I fail at this so many times. I have my Echo hold some of the rocks and try to cheat and have my Echo disappear and see if I can catch the rock.
Right. Yeah, make me another wisdom save.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, here with a rock. Finally. What kind of rock do you try to pick up? Big one? Little one?
I mean, a big one.
Okay. Yeah, you have one of the basketball-sized rocks that Bastion dropped out of his ass. And you squint, and the sweat is dripping down your brow. And, you know, your skin is starting to feel itchy with all the rust and dust, and you're just so fucking exhausted and focused as you squint at this goddamn rock. And then you realize the other rocks that were kind of sitting on top of it fall off as it gently lifts into the air like an inch. And it kind of ups and downs like a centimeter and goes up
Holy
like another
shit.
inch and then falls back and hits the ground. Not hard, but just clunk.
You can move that shit. Did you see that? Did you see that? Nobody's around but my Echo. I know you saw it. I high-fived my Echo.
Yeah. Here, make me a roll a D100, Carolina.
D100. That's a shitty roll. 16.
All right, never mind. Your echo just high fives you.
You thinking I killed my echo?
No. No, it was
It's a 5. The echo disappeared. Oh man. Well, I'm happy. I did that. I'm exhausted. Carolina's going to sleep.
Okay.
Takes a lot of brain power to do that.
Mm-hmm. You taking in the rock with you or just leaving it here in the hallway?
Oh, I'm taking it with me.
So your new Lucky Rock, it weighs 50
Yeah.
fucking pounds?
It is. It is. I made it move. This is the one that I'm going to work with. Fuck all them other rocks. Matter of fact, I fucking hit some of them away like a hockey puck.
Yeah, you kick them into the floor grates, and you hear them tink, 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 down into whatever bowels of the ship.
Whole little tink.
God damn it! I don't need more rocks in my bowels.
Yeah, you hear Howard go, "What the fuck was that?" Not really, but
Sorry. Every time I hear the name Howard, I think Howard the Duck.
Oh, really?
Every single time.
I didn't think about I made Wade's middle name Howard. So
Man.
now
So
you
his
also
nickname-
have Howard Lettuce, the artificer.
Yeah, his nickname's gonna be Ducky.
Okay.
Carolina just gonna start calling him Ducky.
Okay. Out of nowhere, not even, yeah.
Yeah. And he never tells her his middle name
Right, ever.
ever. It's like, why do you keep calling me Ducky? Because your middle name's Howard. How the fuck do you? Your name's Howard. Goddamn spy.
Yeah, I read your fucking your paychecks.
Like I know everything about you.
Yeah, I robbed the Thunderscrim Records archive. I went to Ireland and stole the Navy archives. I found your fucking mom's grave. Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna spend the rest of or a large portion of the rest of my life with you, I need to know you. And the quickest way is for me to just figure it out.
On the other hand, Esme's
Not creep it off.
Esme's biceps do look good in overalls. So.
They do. I never said that was,
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
monogamous.
True. True.
In Carolina's mind, males are for reproducing and women are for fun. And,
Oh my god.
But you, sir, are for my legacy. Esme is for enjoyment.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, we can share.
Phoenix, Serial.
Don't worry, we can all share. Plenty to go around.
Mm-hmm. Fucking what's the other? I'm trying to just name ladies. Cinnamon. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say there's the one named after a spice.
And everything nice. It was 4 actually. Cinnamon, thyme, I believe nutmeg, and then rosemary.
Yes. But I think I was only with 2 of them.
Yeah, nutmeg probably just goes by Meg, to be honest. Which nutmeg's already her stripper name, so maybe her real name's Meg.
It was my nut or Meg.
Oh. But I say, well, it seems like a good place to stop. And we will prepare to surface and get moving next time. Do you guys want to try and fly just over land or around the edge of the world?
I think
I
we
was
just
thinking-
fly as high as possible, and then
Yeah,
just
that's
come
what I was
back,
thinking.
descend on Golgari.
Golgari or Thunderscrab?
Thunderscrim, sorry.
Okay.
I got the colors mixed up in my head.
I was just making sure.
Yeah, we descend on Golgari. We're fucking bombing the city.
Yeah.
No, Thunderscrim. My mistake.
Yeah.
Uh,
They'd be down with that. It would take
sweet.
3 days. So now it's currently night day 43, and we should get back to Thundersgram day 46 then.
46?
Yeah. And then if Pale's going to go warn them, we'll have a brief blurb of him saying probably the thing that's I think is his favorite thing of he just tells people dark portents as fast and confusingly as possible, and then I have to have the same fucking what? And he has to explain it again and pretend to be all casual about it. And then all the NPCs just want to smack the shit out of him. So
Yeah, I mean, or you can just do the worst thing and cast bending.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a weird funky spaceship about to come down.
Or to be fair, you could cast it with no fucking warning at all.
Yeah.
Or show up. That would be worse, I think. Somebody from the guard might, get scared and shoot you.
Good luck.
Which, not that it would do anything, but... a wyvern gun would probably make a dent. Or take out one of the, outer sensors. Or, like a hail dent, not like an actual dent. Scratch the fucking paint. But...
Carolina punches one of the inner walls.
Okay.
That's not leading to the outside of the ship.
Are you punching it with all your might?
No, just half.
Okay. Roll a melee attack.
Just to see. Not enough to hurt myself, but to see if there's a reaction.
Oh, if the ship's gonna fucking be pissed that you hit it?
No, just, like, get a feel for it to see if I was to punch the thicker wall, if I think I could punch through it with everything. It is a natural 20.
A natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
check my character sheet if you want.
No, I believe you. You punch this
Total of
wall.
30. It's a total of a 32.
Yeah, you're in like one of the rooms off to the side of the maintenance bay. This is like a storage room. It's like the size of a house, but they only keep screws in here. That's how many screws and bolts are on this ship. They have that many. So you're in this room, taking a break from playing with your rock, and you decide to punch a wall. Now, easily, you Kool-Aid Man through the fucking wall. And luckily with an Nat 20, you picked a part of the wall that's not important. There wasn't any wires or anything in here. But the inside of the ship, there are sections inside of it to block off if there's a flood or a decompression, anything like that. And so those walls are almost as sturdy as the outside. This is it's made of aluminum, and while it's kind of reinforced just to make sure it holds its shape, the shelves in this room are the things holding the weight of all these screws or whatever, not the walls themselves. But you easily Kool-Aid Man through this aircraft-grade aluminum wall. And you come out on the other side, and you don't even have a scratch from the aluminum you just walked through like it was a fucking paper wall from Japan or whatever.
Now I know what Bastion feels like. Hey, Bastion, can you cast mending on this? I kind of did a thing.
Esme, who'd been near this room to come get a bolt, just kind of looks at you with her 3-foot-long wrench over her hammer, one hand on her hip, and appreciatively nods.
Yeah. Bastion? I'll come back to you, Esme.
No, that's your
Nice wrench. Yeah. Sorry about the hole.
I say, it is a wrench you're fixing, but I don't know if it'll fix a hole this big. And she starts tapping the metal back into place, and you see inch by inch it starts squishing itself back together.
You want me to do that since I did that?
She hands you the wrench. She says, "It won't stop you. It weighs like 60 pounds."
Paperweight. Yes. So I'll take one hand on the wrench and start fixing the hole, and not even looking at the hole, just looking at her muscles. So you're human, right?
Yes. And she's got a deep tan, freckles. Imagine Rosie the Riveter, but much buffer and dirtier.
You had me at freckles.
Okay. But here, I'll have you roll one more thing as you try to be cool. Roll a D100.
That's it. 74.
Yeah, you are pretty efficient. If I was gonna say if you rolled like really low, you accidentally like launch the wrench, make another hole. But you are doing work as she gives you tips on how to fix aluminum sheeting. Do you have anything else you want to add, Ian?
Honestly, no. I think I'd just be fixing shit.
Nice. Well, okay, we will pick up there next time.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you, boys, for coming.
Yeah, thanks for hosting.
I don't know if this counts as our beach episode. We could still go to an actual beach.
I think next episode we can do our beach episode. Like we surface,
Yeah.
do a little beach episode with everyone, and then we go home.
Yeah.
I mean,
And there's
the
like
crew
it's
wants
like a
to see the
late.
land.
True. You could land like I don't know if you guys can see the map in Roll20 or if you've closed it already, but there is like long beachside roads where nobody really lives. You could just like go really low to the water and land like behind between Markarth and Sea Hill. That's what is it? 1, 2, 3. There's like 100 miles. Not 100 miles. I need to make sure I know the scale on my fucking map. I used to have a protractor that I used. Going to be like 80 miles, where there's just basically no one. Maybe a random couple of farmhouses, and the ship is, granted, 2 goddamn miles long, so maybe somebody would still see it out of those 80 miles. But you could go to a very secluded beach, or like keep the ship very low to the water and just go hang out on the beach for a minute and then actually go fly. It is up to you. Anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how much blunt force trauma does it take for someone to forget something?
I think really that depends on your luck, bud.
I have the ability to steal memories with the thing I learned, like the creation method thing.
You can copy memories, not steal them.
What about modify memory?
Modify memory is a spell?
It is.
I don't have that spell.
You'd find someone who does.
You have the unethical, but you have the copy memory, and you have a soul magazine.
I don't know if we should just kidnap someone, though.
What you thinking about doing, bud?
Well, if someone sees us, we just kidnap them.
Oh. Well, listen,
Man.
they've seen OPSEC. Now you just take them, and they're a war prisoner now.
Yeah. And also, I am an assassin. Whose side are you on? Who do you work with?
True. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys. Bye.
Hey, it's your GM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Darian, Matt, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.
You're also a big metal man with wings.
Yeah, you guys are You guys are hard to miss.
Mm-hmm. So I have my disguise as Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, the old goblin. If Dave is not a female, if Dave is not a male, it's Davina.
Okay.
I can no longer use Phoenix because I am going to. I want to use. I want them to be their own have their own little factions or whatever. Like Phoenix has the cruisers.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow set it up where she has her little spy network and her assassin network. You know, so they can. All right, yeah, I need intel from these areas or whatever.
Make it like a regional thing.
Yeah. For wherever they're at, and then Jasmine. I don't know what her network would be, being that she's been in the pocket of fucking Dennis.
Yeah, she may not be the person for that, but
yeah. And then what's her face? Tara's
Iris.
mentor, Iris. That's her name. Yeah. I'm sure she has a network.
Yeah.
And
which she was mostly in San Corel the last couple of decades.
I would definitely like to get some inside information from over there.
Mm-hmm. Because that's how she met Kara, is that she was spying on Kara's family and posing as their, nanny. And so that's how she basically raised Kara and everything. And taught her the ways. And then you have Sterial up in Necromancer Town.
But I don't have contacts.
Not yet.
But Phoenix, I know what she looks like and where she is. I can have Pale Cast sending, or I can have the courier send her a message. And same thing with Iris.
And if you guys ever make it to here often, being that place is an absolute shithole, there's probably going to be a lot of Vivianites there.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be there to try to fix the shithole, not to be,
Yeah.
That wasn't a dig, it was a compliment.
Yeah. I'd probably try to get one more. I'd try to get one more leader.
What do you want them in charge of?
It would be more of an area, like wherever they're at right now, like Phoenix. Isn't she in Phandalin right now?
Near there, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say more between Kildegrath and Stone Mill. Or no, between Phandalin and Stone Mill, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she'd be in that area. Jasmine's in the Thundersgrim area, so whatever, Vivianites are here or there, she would have a better handle on. Iris is probably on her way back to Stein Corral or somewhere in that direction. Would need to get a hold of somebody in Golgari.
Yeah. Yeah. Which Serial's School for Wayward Girls used to be in Golgari, but they've only the last couple of years moved to Dunan. So maybe there's school remnants.
And I asked Vivian if there's a way to mass contact all Vivianites.
She would say yes, but there's I make a religion check.
Come on, pull my page back up. Alright. Religion check. With a -1, that's an 11.
Okay. You, at this very moment, don't get anything from Vivian other than, maybe you get the, just because you're a champion, you always have the vibes around you. You don't get any sort of message right now. You could probably imagine that maybe that's possible. At the very least, Merkul did it before the revolution. So it's probably... I'm pretty sure Vivian's actually... No, she's like... Yeah, around the same strength as Merkul. It actually surprised me when I made that big chart that Merkul, Vivian, and Gond are so close together in rank.
Yeah.
Or power level, not rank, but... So... Yeah, you imagine that it's probably possible, but for some reason she's not doing it right now, or she has some sort of different plans that maybe she can clue you in on. Yeah, okay. Either she already has plans, or it's not necessary. Or she could do it and just didn't want to tell you right now because the mom might drive you insane or something.
Yeah.
It's not maybe. A no, it's just a... Can't talk right now, babe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I ain't got $150 for you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sorry, bestie. I'm on like a lot of phone calls.
That's fine.
She would call you bestie 100%.
Like, it's okay. I can see you're busy. We'll talk later.
Yeah, I was so tempted.
Who's this bitch she talking to?
I was so tempted to have just make up something for the courier to send just so he could be here. In the fucking locked ship. Yeah. He just opens their locked door. Hey guys, I got some letters. I hope they didn't get wet. No. I will resist. We'll get to the courier when we get to the courier.
I want to send a letter to my mom.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, I'm on a boat. Yeah. I'm on a boat.